Okay, I'm back once again, and as usual, I'm gonna be recommending 3 animes for you guys to watch. But before I get on with the video, remember to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get on with the recommendations. The first anime I'm going to recommend is Call of the Night. Ko Yamori is an average middle schooler who feels detached from everyday life. He stops going to school and develops insomnia, and because of his insomnia, he begins wandering the streets at night instead of sleeping. And then one night he meets a mysterious and alluring woman who turns out to be a vampire. She shows him what the night is really about, offering him a sense of escape he never found in the daytime. Being that he's intrigued by her, he decides that he wants to become a vampire too. But there's one catch. To turn into a vampire, he has to fall in love with a vampire first. The problem is he isn't really sure or truly knows what love is. And as he spends more nights with the vampire, he learns about the nightlife of vampires and humans alike. And he also meets others from the world of the night, trying to figure out what his connection to this girl really is, or if there's just a fascination. The most standout thing about this series is definitely the animation. And I know with tons of animes, people always say, oh, the animation is good for this, the animation is good for this anime. People throw that word around a lot. But in this series, it's genuinely unique because you have to know that majority, I would say like 90% of this series takes place at night. So they really take advantage of that. And it's not just regular night, it's city life. So they really take advantage of the lights, the vibrance, all of that, and they really put it into the animation. The whole thing is a vibe, honestly. And as far as the plot goes, it is pretty solid. I went into this series blind, which I do a lot, and so I had no idea that it even involved vampires at all. And then when I did see that that is what it was about, it was pretty cool. A supernatural vampire romance anime. It's pretty cool. The next anime I'm going to recommend is Goodnight World. In real life, 4 broken individuals, each estranged and dysfunctional, find no peace at home. But inside a popular virtual reality game, they unknowingly form a perfect family. In this digital world, they play as a father, mother, 2 brothers, and even a bird. And with their companionship, they find comfort in something that they can't even achieve in reality. The eldest brother, Ichi, is actually a reclusive shut-in in real life, and while the rest of the family members struggle with isolation, resentment, or even emotional scars, their in-game bond seems unshakable. That is until they become entangled in a larger conflict within the game, which I'm not going to spoil. And as they confront dangerous enemies and unravel the secrets of the game itself, the boundary between the virtual world and reality begins to blur. If you like anime like Re:Zero, Summertime Rendering, and one of my favorites, SAO, then I think you would definitely like this series. And the thing that this show has similar to those is that it has the whole virtual reality aspect where they go into a game. And while it's not exactly something new, the thing that I feel like this show does well is that it really does focus on their real life as well, where in some of the other animes with the virtual reality aspect, they only focus on the game and then they don't really talk about what's happening in real life or if they even can go back to real life. But in this series, it really reflects both real life and in the game and how they coincide with each other. So that's what I would say it has unique or different from those other shows with a similar plot. The next anime I'm going to recommend is Watching the Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. The all-girls Kikyo Private Academy and Shidori Public High School are polar opposites. With its prestigious history, Kikyo is attended by noble young ladies from distinguished families. Basically, it's a rich girl school, while Shidori is infamously full of simple-minded delinquents. It is no surprise that their students clash with their differences. Having a tall stature and fierce appearance, Rentaro, who is the main character, is often avoided by others despite actually having a soft personality. And one day, while helping out at his family's cake shop, he meets a customer who, after a brief moment, runs away from him. Then the next day, she returns to apologize to him, introducing herself as Wagger. And basically, they start a bond, but when Rintor discovers that she attends Kikyo, the rich girl school I was talking about, their relationship begins to challenge the social expectations and dynamics around them. The plot itself is not something that is completely new, having that almost Romeo and Juliet-esque thing to where there's this one side and there's this other side that don't like each other, but these two characters do. And then it explores the dynamics of that. So not exactly a new concept, but this is executed so well. I guess you can call it a slice of life, but it has genuine drama in it. It's not like super laid back, but it is a really good series. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Remember to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Lights are lit and there's sweat on your